Brooke, welcome to Scent World.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
I need to talk about this outfit for our friends that are listening on audio. She has this beautiful snake skin moment happening, carried all the way down to the heels.
You know, I live in Malibu, so it's very rare that I get into a pair of stilettos. So It's all for you today. And don't think my sneakers aren't in my bag, by the way.
The quick change. It's all about the quick change.
The younger me was clicking around. The smarter me now always has a pair of sneakers on hand.
What fragrance did you pair with this beautiful look today?
Gosh, you know, I have a blend. So I'll go a little bit old school. So I have an oil mist spray that's Kai, which I really love. And then I mix it with a little touch of China Rain, which is kind of musty and sexy. And I put a little bit like on the collarbone and on the wrists and I really like that blend. You know how personal it is. Scents are different on everyone. Pheromones and oils and your own sort of, you know, body fragrance. But I've been doing that blend for a really long time.
And Kai is such a classic.
I know.
I smell it and I'm transported immediately.
And it's so pretty and clean and feminine that I think that's why I like to mix it up with something a little bit more, I guess, earthy. Kind of China Rain.
But I feel like it is so personal in the way that you described. Like you put it on and instantly takes you somewhere. It lifts up your mood. But one way to lift up your mood and start the morning on the right way is your 3-hour morning routine.
My morning routine is legit. And I'll be vulnerable and admit that I've never been a morning person. And now that I'm allowing myself to be kinder and more connected, and I'm trying to sleep when I'm sleepy, meaning less social commitments, less scrolling at night, you know, less distraction. So if I'm going to bed when I'm sleepy, it allows my body to rest and naturally recover. And then I'm trying to rise with the sun, which is a new thing for me. But when I'm able to do it and my house is asleep, I still have littles. So there's the morning grind for school. But when I'm able to rise earlier, when no one is up and needing me and it's not mommy, I can get a tremendous amount of work done. So it's kind of my me time, and I steal that time and I make that time top of the morning, and it allows me to get a little meditation in or prayer or whatever I need to respond to a lot of things digitally and to really carve out some time to set the tone for the day. And I am a morning workout person. Otherwise, I wouldn't get to it by the end of the day. And it just allows me to sort of set the stage for what I need. I'm a big believer in it. And I think fundamentally, there is some science behind that we are more productive and we have a greater sense of clarity. And if we can set the tone, it does sort of dictate a mood, I think, for the rest of the day.
I've heard this too.
And easier said than done, but
it is. I've heard this too because, you know, there was something that was said that's like, if you are constantly snoozing in the morning, snoozing your alarm clock, and it's like this loud alarm, that's the tone that you're setting and that's how you're starting the morning. It's really cool that you're starting it with the sun. It's very relaxed and it's your own time.
It's so true. And I really made that decision when I was on a retreat in Costa Rica, and it was so easy there to escape from the norm, to create new rituals. And I like to call them rituals more than habits. Habits are meant to be broken. But when your lifestyle really becomes a series of morning routines or daily rituals that bring you joy and that actually improve your overall well-being, it's easier to stick to them. So I've got my lemon water, which is also this weird thing that I posted over a year ago that is viral. People stop me on the street. They call me the lemon lady. It's very strange. This is a lemon. Like, of all the interesting things that I do, this is a freaking lemon that I blended in a blender with water, and I drink it top of the morning. And I think people like weird things or different things or things that they haven't seen before. And we're talking like, get a lemon. It's free. Blend it with water. It's detoxification and mineralization and a great pop of vitamin C. It's great for your gut health. It gives you fresh breath. So I try to get up and do that even before I have my coffee.
Oh, wow.
And I want my coffee first thing in the morning. But that's just like, it's like the ritual of doing something mindful, you know, and that feels good, right?
Yeah, for sure. And it's these little things that can be meditative and just to yourself. And you don't have to think about like, oh my God, what do I have going on? Like, you are blending this lemon right now.
Totally.
So if somebody wanted to embark on this beautiful morning routine, but they are not really morning people or don't have 3 hours, where would you suggest they start?
Make something in the morning a ritual. Like, for example, I never do anything without coffee except for my lemon water. And it's not that I'm addicted to caffeine. It's my morning ritual. So I actually love the fragrance. I love the way the coffee smells. I love the grinding of the beans. I like to froth my milk. And these aren't like super bougie, complicated things. We're just talking about a coffee pot and a coffee bean that you really enjoy, that you can hold it and smell it and enjoy it. So I used to be that woman that had to nuke it 3 times and take it out the door when I was driving kids to school. So I think this is a learning process. But do what you love and take time. And even if that means 5 minutes in the morning, you don't have to have 3 hours. I know that's ambitious, but set your alarm a little bit earlier. And then what do you do with that 5 minutes? Is it your cup of coffee? Is it a little meditation? Is it maybe a little stretch in bed? There's so many things that you can do to improve your overall well-being. And I think it starts at night, but those first moments in the morning, even your morning thoughts are really honest. If you could maybe have a little notebook or a journal by your bedside table and you wake up in the morning, it's kind of it's amazing and interesting. Those first thoughts in the wee hours of the morning, those are usually our truthful moments before life starts pulling at us.
And it's a good idea to have like a notebook or something nearby to jot that down, because I don't know, 5 minutes later, I would have forgotten.
We do forget. And I do a lot of journaling, and I do a lot of journal workshops during my retreats, but I think they become the storybooks of our life. They become moments to come back to and moments of reflection. And before we start thinking and anything is dictated to us, those are really truthful moments. The one thing I would say don't do as soon as you wake up in the morning, sometime before screen time. And if you're in a city or a location, it's not just about sun. It's just that little rhyme and rule to help inspire you. But maybe don't get on Instagram and don't look at your emails and don't turn on your screen for at least 5 minutes in the morning, because then you're already out of body and you're already into somebody else's world, right?
For sure.
So I think that's hard. We'd like to lay in bed, right, and do mindless things. And it's really junky light. It's really junky time. That's why I tell my kids, harder.
And you get roped into email threads and it's like, I'm stressed already. I haven't even woken up.
And I run my business on my phone, so I'm guilty of it. I'll always keep it real. But start with 5 minutes.
For sure.
And then go 8, and then go 10. And then pretty soon you're going to have this really beautiful, peaceful moment in the morning that's just for you.
And it's something you look forward to. It's like, this is my time.
I think so.
So you have to tell me, where did the castor oil belly button detox come from?
I was just commenting about that last night too, because it's getting so much attention. A girlfriend sent it to me, and I do like weird things, and I'm always researching, and I'm always curious. So sometimes I do them, and I'm honest with my audience. I'm not working for that company, and they're not paying me to post it. So I went on Amazon and I just got a castor oil kit, and it came with some castor oil and these very large bandages. And I'm like, there's no way this is going to work. And I'm going to put it on my belly and it's going to leak all over my sheets. And this is really silly, but I got to try it because it's popping right now on social media. I did a little bit of research. So sorry, castor oil families, I love it, but I think you could probably use any oil. And to dissect it a little bit, there's some Ayurvedic and some ancient rituals that I think are probably proven and true if you were to research that. But the oil feels really good on your skin, so it improves the texture of your skin. I think the heat is probably what's making the belly bloating and the gut health maybe feel a little bit better. But it's also, if nothing else, it's that act of caring for your body. So I put the castor oil in the belly button, then you overflow it, then you put the bandage on, and it does seal. It doesn't leak on the sheets, which is a big deal. You go to bed and you do wake up. It's supposed to be this belly bloat detox, but I've been doing it. And in my opinion, it really works. But then you can wake up in the morning, your skin's like baby belly butter, and then you give yourself a little tummy massage. And I think in those moments, you're just already connected. If we believe that belly is center and we go back to intuition and back to a little like tummy love, it really works. I wish I could tell you that it didn't, but I'm doing it at least a couple of times a week, and it feels really good. I had my daughter do it as well. And also the way of just massaging and moving through it and, keeping you regular, taking care of your skin, heating up the belly. It works. It works, guys. It's weird, but it works.
I'll have whatever she's having, honestly.
And by the way, you can get them for like $9.99. You can get them for $20. But I think you could probably use any kind of oil. One of the comments that came up in some of the feedback was the properties in the bandages could be a little bit of a conflict when we're thinking about being environmentally conscious. So there's another Ayurvedic company that's using cloth bandages.
Oh, okay.
So I imagine anything would work. I don't really want that mess in my bed and on my sheets, but I'm sold. I'm sold.
And I love that you're taking a very 360 approach because yes, fitness is fitness and you do get aesthetic results, but there are also these mood boosting results and just you feel better when you're taking care of yourself in that way.
It's so true. I mean, the bikini body, easier. I can teach you how to do that all day long. But I think it's really about self-confidence. I think it's about energy. I think it's about longevity, which you're hearing so much about.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to live longer and stronger and spend less time doing it and improve their overall quality of life. And it is possible. And it goes back to the morning rituals. It is possible no matter where you live. We did a deep study of the blue zones.
Oh, yes.
Which are, 5 locations around the world. I went all the way to Costa Rica to guide a retreat there. It's my favorite place on earth. I go back every year now. You should come and join us. Then you can write your story in real time. Would love to invite you. But I went there really looking for this big secret. What are the blue zones? Why are they living to be 100? What are they doing? What are they eating? And to my surprise, or not to my surprise, there really wasn't a secret. It's about community and purpose and mobility and lifestyle and connection. So it's all of these beautiful possibilities that are available to all of us. So that's really what I've been bringing into lifestyle and a home that we have in Arizona and another retreat there that I do at the Savannah Wellness Resort and Spa, which I also love, and showing people just how to live more mindfully. Yeah. And it doesn't take a lot of time. It doesn't take a chef. It doesn't take a lot of money. It takes purpose and intention and some knowledge. So it's been a real shift.
I'm loving the shift.
Thank you. I love it.
Are you an aromatherapy girly? Like, do we like aromatherapy?
I want to learn more about aromatherapy. Okay. I have a fragrance obsession, authentically, whether it's my candles. I use a lot of fragrance. I use a lot of sprays and spritzes while I'm teaching yoga and meditation, from Palo santo to sage, a lot of calming fragrances. And I even use them at nighttime to relax. I use them when I do my DIY spas at home. And I'll bring fresh lavender into the home and jasmine and clippings from the garden so that I can bring elements of Mother Nature and bring them into the house. And I think you're right. I think it affects our mood. And I think sense memory brings us back to significant times in our life.
Oh, for sure. Now we're going to turn up the heat a little bit. I want to play a game that I've called Scent Confessions with you. Okay. Scent can be really powerful. It's a powerful way to unlock different sides of yourself. Again, like we spoke about, trigger different memories. And we're about to get to know you in a different way.
Oh, how fun. I love that. And I do believe that to be true. So yeah, this will be fun.
For sure. So I have a handful of fragrances from the Scentbird platform, and we feel like they fit your vibe or different parts of your life. Okay. So I'm going to hand you a scent, allow you to smell it, and just based on instinct, react to it. And then as you're reacting, I'll ask you a really juicy question.
Oh, I'm excited.
Okay. So the first fragrance that I have for you is Juice by Commodity. So this is from their line where it's called Scent Spaces. They let you choose between personal, expressive, which is like a stronger scent, or bold, which is like the strongest of all of them. This has notes of raspberry, cashmere wood, and amber.
Okay. Oh, I really like this. You know what?
Oh, good.
It's super feminine. It's really pretty. In a weird way, it reminds me of my daughter, and she always smells so delicious and sweet. Kind of fruity.
Ooh.
Fruity?
Yeah, very fruity. So I want to know, what is the most unhealthy thing that you secretly love?
I guess in moderation. I don't know, tequila, red wine, rosé. The whole box of See's candy that's frozen in my freezer. But I only have one, so it's not that unhealthy. Yeah. I really like this.
So the next one is Blue Talisman by Ex Nihilo. So this is something that they've called a digital talisman. So it's kind of like a wearable crystal was their inspiration behind
so
it.
My jam.
It has notes of mineral accord, white musk, and ambroxan.
Okay, I have crystals all over my house. This is so me. You had me at the title. I don't know if my crystals have a fragrance, but this is super clean. Wow, it's really nice. I guess you're probably guiding me a little bit, but if spirituality had a fragrance, this would probably be it.
Ooh.
It's really, really nice. Like, I would love to smell this in my studio. I do a lot of sound bath and like sound frequency, sound bath healing. I really like this. Super crisp. Really clean. It's very calming.
And I need to know, what is a version of yourself that you outgrew but sometimes miss?
Oh boy, I hope I don't get myself in trouble here. I used to be really hot-headed and very reactive and super fast to react, and probably, I don't want to say aggressive, but I was very like fiery. So now I'm like, equanimity is my vibe. Now I hit the pause. Now I'm super calm, but not always.
Mhm.
So I miss it a little bit, but I'm still a little spicy, but I don't react like, I'll probably like pause, check in with myself, and then I can find my own strength and I'm a little bit spicy, but I'm not such a quick reactor as I used to be.
Okay. Love
God,
that.
I really like this one. This is going to be tough. I'm
Okay.
going to keep this one here so I remember. That's good.
Oh, yeah. The next one is Perfume de la Terra by Ceremonia. This is that hair brand Ceremonia from Sephora. This is their first fragrance, and it's all about grounding. So it pays homage to Latinx ancestral rituals, and there's Palo Santo in it.
It's really interesting. Whenever I'm stressed out too, I take my shoes off and walk barefoot in my backyard. So I'm a big believer in this. Interesting. I don't smell the Palo Santo, but I do smell spices. It's definitely stronger. It's really nice. I smell wood. Do I smell wood?
Yeah. So it has Palo Santo, vetiver, and tonka bean.
Tonka bean. So I do a lot of like ceremonies in my TP, by the way. This would be a perfect scent to bring in there. It's very tribal. I like it. It's strong. Sexy.
Well, I'm glad you like it. I would also like to know what's something you did in your 20s that if your daughters did it, you'd be like, I'm going to kill you.
Oh, God. Well, I was probably a very sexy dancer in my 20s. I don't really want to see my daughters on the dance floor doing that. In my 20s. I probably fell in love recklessly a lot in my 20s. I don't want my daughters to do that either. I mean, no regrets.
Of course.
Is this sense memory bringing up some sort of tribal sexiness? Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Thanks.
So the next one is called In Too Deep by 5 Scents. This scent is all about sexy vacation energy. It's designed to smell like it's very wild on. It's supposed to smell like a beach getaway with salty skin and tropical breeze.
Say no more. Say no more. Salty skin. Take me to Ibiza. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is like summer Saint-Tropez, Scentbird. It's balmy, sun-kissed shoulders, salty hair. It's also really clean, though. I love this. Wow, these are incredible fragrances. I'm super sensitive to scent. So like when you smell something and it's offensive.
Oh, yeah.
These are all uniquely different and really nice. I really love this. This is so summer vibe.
I'm so glad you like it.
I even have a playlist for this fragrance.
Ooh, okay.
Come on. I love this.
Amazing.
Summer vacay.
So what's something that you got away with that few people know about?
Okay, well, let's stay in the summer. I guess Ibiza, cultural experiences, clothing optional in Spain until you run into someone you know. Yeah. But I want to say freedom of the getaway, of really dropping into culture and being in, European relationships and just finding freedom as an American. Clothing optional, Ibiza, Spain, beaches, which I think are so healthy, by the way, and risque, yes, but has to be done at least once in your life. And that is the perfume that I'm wearing there.
Amazing. And what happens
Clothing,
there?
maybe not, but that perfume, yes.
So the next one I have for you, she's the penultimate, the next to last, is Lust in Paradise by Ex Nihilo. And this one is inspired by a dreamy escape to the French Riviera, all about feminine magnetism.
Oh, God, these descriptions are epic. I mean, how could you not love these? Right? Okay. Let me leave Spain and let me arrive in Saint-Tropez or south of France. Oh, wow. Okay. It reminds me of like blue ocean. Gosh, it's really nice too. White boat, rosé, all day. These are really beautiful.
I'm so glad you like
This is a
them.
really beautiful feminine fragrance. It's like that flowy dress. It's super clean. And I also feel energized from all of these. You know, some fragrances are a little bit like intoxicating and too much. This is really nice. I've got to mix this up with some of my own pheromones. I mean, this is nice because every fragrance smells so different right on the body. I love it. I really love it.
Oh, good.
It also reminds me of like that balmy beach day, but you just came out of the shower and like it's more of a yachting, clean, sexy fragrance than the last salty summer getaway.
I mean, speaking of summer, who was the hottest person you've ever kissed?
I mean, fiance, obviously, because I can't possibly not honor Scott because I'm still with him. So he gets the award. But going back in time, which I'm assuming is the game, Scott, it's you for sure, but I'm going back in time. I love you, honey. The hottest person I ever kissed. I've kissed a lot of hot men. I mean, I guess my ex, because we actually traveled the world in the South and in Saint-Tropez and in St. Bart's, and we danced on every dance floor and we met on a dance floor and had those sun-kissed romantic getaways. So, yeah, I mean, I guess David Charvet. Don't get me in trouble, guys. Don't get me in trouble.
No, but for the record, it was Scott. It is Scott.
Yeah, it is Scott. But if I had to go back in town before Scott, I'm glad that I'm keeping them both in like the marriage world, right? So I didn't mention any of the other ones.
We're keeping those a secret. So the last one I have for you is Bonbon by House of Beau. It's inspired by childhood sweets and the founder's Mexican heritage.
Oh.
And this is their take on like a gourmand fragrance.
Okay. It's called Bonbon?
Bonbon.
Bonbon. This one's unique. What do I identify with this one? I mean, I've just come around the world.
So this has notes of cherry,
I was going to say it reminds me of almost those like sweet, deep chocolate covered fruits, right? And I almost said orange. Am I off? It's really nice. Very masculine to me. Strong. I don't know if I would wear this one, but I like the fragrance.
That's fair.
But it's nice. It's very, very nice. And it's familiar to me.
I'd love to know, what's the most unhinged thing you've done in the name of self-care?
I've done a lot of crazy things in the world of self-care. From overnight teepee sleeping to covering myself with sand to do my own DIY exfoliation. I filled my bathtub probably with everything you can imagine, from oils to flowers to fragrances. None of those seem unhinged to me, though. Snail slime is like this new thing. It's like this slimy snail mask. Like, how gross is that? But it really works. It's very Asian. Egg yolks and mayonnaise and avocado hair masks. Like, I've done it all. I also have daughters, right? And I'm a little weird by now, but those all seem perfect.
Yeah.
Perfectly normal.
I don't see problems with these.
Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you for playing. That was so
much fun. I'm a little bit high. I'm totally excited and aroused. No, that was a really wonderful experiment.
I'm so glad you
to really see how fragrances sort of dictate a mood in our life. I loved that.
Is there anything from a recent retreat that has stuck with you?
Oh my gosh, so many. I mean, they're all very safe and very confidential, but I think when the emotions run deep and you find freedom and you find a space where freedom lives, where you can talk and learn and be a storyteller and learn how to listen. So what do I learn? I learn about the power of movement and dance and breath and time and stillness. And I've been taking meditation quite seriously in the last year, and it's really hard. And a lot of people think they can't do it. One of the greatest comments and shares from a gentleman named Rick Sugarman, who's been holding space with me on a lot of my retreats, is quieter, not quiet, which really allows you to go, okay, this doesn't have to be perfect. And stillness is really hard. And I don't just have to sit there and, in this woohoo position and follow my breath. I can just be quieter, a little bit quieter. I can do it a little bit longer. I can do it a little bit better. And I really like that philosophy. If you're not into working out, go take a walk for 10 minutes. Call that your workout. Go get your steps in while you're on a phone call. Schedule that 15-hour call if you don't have to be in front of a commuter, and do a walk and talk. Like, all of these things that we can do a little bit better,
right,
I think really create energy and really help. But I love them all. They're all so different and they change me every time.
Oh, I love that.
They really
And
do.
I love his point. It doesn't have to be perfect. People go into these things thinking like, oh, it has to be perfect. I don't want to do this fitness class. I don't want to do this because I'm going to be bad at it. Be bad at it.
Be bad at it.
Like, that's where you learn. And
be willing to be bad and be willing to fail and be willing to screw it up. I mean, I give people that kind of advice in the kitchen. Be willing to screw it up and throw away. It might not taste great. You have to be willing to screw it up. And I think I've kind of lived my life that way.
Yeah.
And I think when it comes to fitness, it's the same thing. Know that the other side of it, you're just going to feel better than when you walked in there. But committing to a class or a program that you don't like, keep looking.
Yeah.
Because I really do tell people fitness should be fun and it should elevate your game and your energy and your mood. It will. But if you're dreading it, it's the same thing with, I don't like to use the word diet, but when it comes to the world of nutrition, if you don't like how it tastes and you're just sacrificing, you are not going to stick to that program.
Exactly.
Same thing with health and wellness and fitness. If you don't enjoy it a little bit, like find that playlist, crank up your music, find something fun. Our workouts and our programs and our trainers are really fun. If it's not fun, you're not going to stick around, right?
Exactly.
I
And
don't want to do anything. Some things aren't fun, but it's not long term.
Right.
It's not sustainable.
And you can recognize when it's not for you, when it's not fun,
Totally.
whatever. At least you tried it. You'll find something else that is fun. And, you know, it should be enjoyable if it's something that you're going to do regularly.
I agree. And some of the lines lately in my workout classes were like, smiling helps. Like, laugh a little bit. Don't take it all so seriously. Smiling actually helps. Fundamentally, it actually changes your mood. Laughter.
Yeah.
It's true. So yeah, if you're not having fun, get my app and come work out with me. It's like a nickel a day. Even when it comes to meditation, on YouTube, find like a voice that really inspires you, that's soothing. And if you don't like that one, keep looking.
Yeah.
So I'm all about that.
I feel like you have lived so many lives. You've done it with such grace and curiosity and just so much authenticity.
Thank you.
And again, can't wait for we're manifesting like a Netflix multi-part series because girl, your life, not just a movie. It needs to be like a multi-part series. Like, let's be real.
Thank you.
Just to close things out, if you could leave our listeners with a piece of life wisdom, knowing everything that you know now, what would it be?
Oh my goodness. You'd think that something would come immediate to mind. I guess kind of just summarizing this beautiful conversation that took me on a walk down memory lane, I would tell your listeners just not to leave here wondering. Like, do the things that you want to do. Find joy. Like, take ownership of your life. Like, we're here for a minute. And I really feel like the commitment to show up for yourself looks so different to so many people. But just the willingness to show up and be who you want to be, do what you're supposed to do, be who you're supposed to be. And that means showing up authentically, not who your parents want you to be, not who your husband wants you to be, not who your friends think you should be, not what society tells you should be, but really just like showing up. And, you know, I made a joke before, but I think there's sweetness to this concept of should've, could've, would've. And I will look back on my life and I'm still doing the things that I want to do. I'll still try crazy new adventurous things, but just be who you're supposed to be. Mm-hmm. You know, show up for yourself. And I think there's real power in that.
I love that. Because you don't want to live the rest of your life like wondering what if, right?
Yeah. And everybody tells you what you're supposed to do and how you're supposed to be. Like, I don't raise my kids to be who I want them to be. I'm raising them to be who they are supposed to be. Mm-hmm. And that might be very different than what I want for them. So I hold my tongue and I try to guide them and try to give them confidence to try things and fail and screw it up and learn and try again and show up just authentically. And that's the hardest part of being a parent, to raise them not in a society that's dictating who they're supposed to be, to raise them to be who they're supposed to be. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of freedom in that. So I would tell my younger self that. I would tell my best friend that. I would tell my children that.
Well, thank you for telling us that. Brooke, thank you so much. This was such a beautiful conversation.